Hello guys, welcome to the Anionegai What Ifs. Today we are gonna see, what if Luffy was raised by Sky Islanders? If you want more awesome fan fiction like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So without wasting any time, let's get into the video. In the vast blue sky, where the clouds cradle the floating island of Skypiea, an ordinary day took an extraordinary turn. The Sky Islanders were going about their lives, tending to their homes crafted from milky white clouds, and basking in the warmth of the perpetual sunshine. Little did they know, their world was about to change forever. High above, among the pristine clouds, a peculiar object descended gracefully. It glided through the azure expanse, catching the attention of the inhabitants below. Eyes widened as the object drew near, and the islanders gathered, their curiosity piqued. As the object landed softly on the cloud-covered ground, it unfurled to reveal a small, straw-hatted figure. The Sky Islanders, unaccustomed to visitors from the blue sea, stared in amazement. The figure was a baby boy, not a trace of fear in his innocent eyes, as if the clouds themselves had cradled him during his descent. Chief Ganfall, with his feathery wings and wise demeanor, approached the scene. His eyes widened in surprise as he beheld the mysterious arrival. The islanders exchanged puzzled glances, unsure of how to react to this unexpected guest from the skies. Taking charge, Ganfall gently picked up the baby, cradling him in his wings. The child wore a straw hat, a symbol of mystery and adventure. The chief pondered the significance of this event, sensing that destiny had intervened in the tranquil lives of the Sky Islanders. "We shall name him Luffy, the Sky Child," Chief Ganfall declared, bestowing a name that echoed through the floating city. And so, Luffy became a part of Skypiea, raised by the benevolent Sky Islanders who embraced him as one of their own. The island's joyous atmosphere became even more vibrant with the presence of the curious, straw-hatted child. As the years passed, Luffy grew up among the clouds, his carefree laughter echoing through the floating city. He became adept at navigating the ever-shifting cloud terrain, leaping from one fluffy mass to another with the agility of a playful breeze. Hannes, the kind-hearted girl with angelic wings, and her father, Pagaya, took Luffy under their wings, quite literally. They became his adoptive family, teaching him the ways of the Sky Islanders, the art of using dials, the mysteries of the upper yard, and the significance of the Skypiean culture. Luffy's friendship with Hannes and her younger brother, Kevin, flourished. The trio would embark on daring cloud-hopping adventures, exploring the hidden corners of Skypiea. Hannes, with her knowledge of the island's history, shared tales of ancient battles and the connection between the Sky Islanders and the Shandians. Despite the idyllic life in the sky, Luffy's inquisitive nature began to stir. He would often gaze at the vastness below, where the blue sea beckoned with its unknown wonders. The Sky Islanders, aware of Luffy's yearning for adventure, became torn between the desire to keep him safe in the sky and the understanding that one day, he would spread his wings beyond the clouds. On a sunny day, with a gentle breeze ruffling the clouds, Luffy approached Hannes and Pagaya with a determined glint in his eyes. "I want to see what's below," he declared, pointing towards the distant blue sea. Hannes and Pagaya exchanged worried glances. They knew this day would come, but the thought of letting go of the boy they had come to love as their own was bittersweet. "You're like a son to us, Luffy," Pagaya said, his voice carrying a mix of affection and concern. "But we understand your yearning. Take this waver, it will carry you safely to the blue sea." With a heartfelt goodbye, Luffy stepped onto the waver, the winds carrying him beyond the clouds. As he descended, his heart raced with excitement and anticipation. Little did he know that this journey would mark the beginning of an extraordinary adventure that would reshape the course of his destiny and the fate of the world below. Luffy's descent through the sea of clouds was a thrilling experience. The waver glided smoothly, and the air grew warmer as he left the cool embrace of Skypiea behind. The vast expanse of the blue sea stretched out below him, a canvas of azure and cerulean. As Luffy descended, the airship he had boarded in Skypiea, designed to transport islanders to and from the blue sea, came into view. The crew on board, composed of Sky Islanders returning from their own ventures, noticed the straw-hatted boy descending on the waver. Their eyes widened in surprise, recognizing the symbol of Skypiea on his hat. As the waver touched down on the deck, Luffy grinned at the curious onlookers. "Hey. I'm Luffy, from Skypiea," he announced, his enthusiasm contagious. The Sky Islanders, realizing that Luffy was not an ordinary visitor, gathered around him. Questions and exclamations filled the air as they bombarded him with inquiries about life in the clouds. Luffy, never one to shy away from attention, shared tales of Skypiea, the floating islands, the cloud terrain, the fascinating dial technology, and the adventures with Hannes, Pagaya, and Kevin. His eyes sparkled with excitement as he recounted the battles in the upper yard and the unique culture of Skypiea. The crew, captivated by Luffy's tales, welcomed him as an honorary member. The airship became a lively vessel filled with laughter and camaraderie as they sailed through the clouds. Luffy, in turn, marveled at the stories of the blue sea, vast oceans, mysterious islands, and the legendary Grand Line. Days turned into weeks as the airship traversed the skies, exploring different sky islands and trading goods with other floating cities. Luffy, always eager to learn, embraced the Sky Islander lifestyle with open arms. He joined the crew in cloud-hopping excursions, experiencing the beauty of diverse sky islands. During one such adventure, the crew encountered a floating island adorned with lush green landscapes and cascading waterfalls. The inhabitants, known as the Breezy Tribe, greeted them with open hearts. Luffy, ever the curious explorer, forged friendships with the Breezy Tribe members, learning about their unique customs and sharing tales of Skypiea. As Luffy's reputation spread among the Sky Islands, so did his fascination with the mysteries of the Blue Sea. The crew, inspired by his infectious spirit, began to see the wonders of their own world through fresh eyes. One day, as the airship approached a particularly expansive stretch of clouds, Luffy spotted a massive creature soaring through the air. With wide eyes and an eager grin, he exclaimed, "What's that?" The crew members chuckled at his excitement. "That, Luffy, is a sky shark. They're majestic creatures that navigate the skies." Luffy's eyes gleamed with excitement. "Can I ride one?" The crew exchanged amused glances, but they couldn't deny Luffy's enthusiasm. A veteran Sky Islander named Zephyr, known for his expertise in taming sky sharks, took Luffy under his wing. Under Zephyr's guidance, Luffy learned the art of sky shark riding. With each dive and ascent, Luffy felt the rush of wind against his face and the exhilaration of gliding through the clouds. Sky sharks, gentle giants of the sky, responded to Luffy's natural affinity with animals. The crew watched in awe as Luffy and his newfound companions danced through the skies, a spectacle of harmony between man and beast. His connection with the creatures of the sky became a testament to the bond that Sky Islanders shared with their floating world. As Luffy continued to explore the Sky Islands, he encountered diverse cultures, each with its own unique customs and traditions. The Isle of Snipers, known for its skilled marksmen, the Cloud Village of Artisans, renowned for crafting exquisite cloud sculptures, and the Thundercloud Temple, where skilled warriors trained in the art of mantra. In the Thundercloud Temple, Luffy discovered his latent ability to sense the emotions and intentions of those around him, a skill known as mantra. The Sky Islanders, recognizing his potential, guided him in honing this unique ability. Luffy, always eager for a challenge, embraced the training with enthusiasm. Under the guidance of the Thundercloud warriors, Luffy's mantra abilities flourished. He could sense the movements of creatures in the clouds, predict changes in weather patterns, and even anticipate the intentions of those around him. His innate connection with the sky deepened, making him a formidable presence among the Sky Islanders. Anis and Pagaya, watching Luffy's exploits from Skypiea, felt a mix of pride and concern. While they were overjoyed to see Luffy thriving in the sky, they knew that the day would come when he would yearn to return to the Blue Sea. As Luffy continued to grow, the crew of the airship became his second family. The bonds forged among the clouds were strong, and Luffy's infectious spirit brought joy to the hearts of those he encountered. The once strange boy from Skypiea had become a beloved companion among the Sky Islanders. However, the call of the Blue Sea remained a persistent whisper in Luffy's heart. He knew that his journey was far from over, and the adventures awaiting him below the clouds were destined to shape the course of his destiny in ways he couldn't yet fathom. The Sky Islands, with their serene beauty and harmonious existence, were not without their challenges. High above the clouds, where the air was thin and the landscape unpredictable, skirmishes among the Sky Islands were not uncommon. As Luffy continued his exploration of the floating world, he found himself drawn into the arena of sky combat. News of Luffy's adventures and his growing prowess in the use of mantra spread across the Sky Islands. The Thundercloud Temple, renowned for its skilled warriors, extended an invitation to Luffy to participate in their training and hone his combat skills. In the heart of the Thundercloud Temple, where lightning crackled in the air and clouds rumbled with energy, Luffy embraced a rigorous training regimen. The Thundercloud warriors, masters of mantra, observed his progress with keen interest. Luffy, fueled by his innate determination, adapted quickly to the unique challenges of sky combat. His mantra abilities evolved, allowing him to sense the movements and intentions of opponents in the clouds. The Thundercloud warriors, impressed by Luffy's natural talent, bestowed upon him the title of Sky Guardian, a recognition of his prowess in the arts of sky combat. As Luffy sparred with seasoned warriors among the clouds, his straw hat fluttered in the wind, becoming a symbol of hope and inspiration. The Sky Islanders, witnessing his battles, felt a renewed sense of pride in their unique upbringing. Luffy, the Sky Child, had become a beacon of strength and unity among the floating islands. One day, word reached the Thundercloud Temple of a looming conflict between two Sky Islands, Angel Island and Nimbus Isle. The dispute, rooted in ancient rivalries, threatened to escalate into a full-scale war among the clouds. The Thundercloud warriors, recognizing the potential for catastrophe, sought Luffy's assistance. Luffy, eager to use his skills for the greater good, agreed to mediate between the warring Sky Islands. Accompanied by a group of Thundercloud warriors, he soared through the skies towards the heart of the conflict. Upon reaching Angel Island, Luffy found himself in the midst of a tense standoff. The inhabitants, their wings bristling with tension, glared at the Nimbus Isle representatives. The Nimbus Islanders, in turn, met their gaze with equal hostility. Taking center stage, Luffy addressed the crowd. "Hey, why are you guys fighting?" he asked, his tone carrying the earnest curiosity of someone genuinely puzzled by the discord. A representative from Angel Island stepped forward. "Nimbus Isle has encroached upon our territory, and we will not stand for it." The Nimbus Islanders countered with their own grievances, both sides hurling accusations and grievances that had festered for generations. Luffy, with a calm yet determined expression, proposed a simple solution. "Let's settle this with a Sky Combat tournament. The winners get to decide the resolution, and the losers agree to abide by it." The idea intrigued both parties. The prospect of resolving the conflict without bloodshed appealed to their sense of reason. The representatives reluctantly agreed to Luffy's proposal, and the stage was set for a Sky Combat spectacle that would determine the fate of the feuding Sky Islands. The arena, a vast expanse of clouds floating between the two islands, was chosen as the battleground. Luffy, with his newfound title of Sky Guardian, stood as a mediator and arbiter of the combat. The Thundercloud warriors, led by their chief, observed with anticipation. The Sky Combat tournament began, with representatives from Angel Island and Nimbus Isle, showcasing their unique fighting styles. Swift maneuvers through the clouds, aerial acrobatics, and strategic use of mantra filled the skies with an electrifying display of combat prowess. Luffy, positioned above the arena, used his enhanced mantra abilities to monitor the battles. As the clashes unfolded, he could sense the emotions, intentions, and even the fatigue of the combatants. It became clear to him that the root of the conflict went beyond territorial disputes. It was fueled by pride, misunderstandings, and the weight of ancient grudges. In the final round, the leaders of Angel Island and Nimbus Isle faced off. The tension in the air was palpable as the combatants prepared for the decisive battle. Luffy, sensing the intensity of their emotions, decided to intervene. Ascending to the arena, Luffy addressed the leaders. "This fight won't solve anything. The real enemy is the division between your islands. If you continue like this, you'll end up destroying the very world you cherish." The leaders, momentarily taken aback by Luffy's interruption, listened as he spoke with unwavering conviction. He implored them to put aside their differences and find a common ground for the prosperity of both Sky Islands. As the word sank in, the leaders, realizing the wisdom in Luffy's words, sheathed their weapons. The onlookers, previously caught in the fervor of the conflict, watched in silence as the leaders from Angel Island and Nimbus Isle extended a tentative handshake. The Sky Islanders, witnessing the resolution brought about by Luffy's intervention, erupted into cheers. The Nimbus Islanders and the inhabitants of Angel Island, once divided by animosity, began to converse and share stories. The lingering clouds of tension dissipated, replaced by a newfound understanding. Luffy, with a triumphant grin, ascended into the clouds once more. The Thundercloud warriors, impressed by his diplomatic skills as much as his combat prowess, acknowledged him as a true Sky Guardian, a peacemaker among the floating islands. The conflict between Angel Island and Nimbus Isle, once on the brink of escalation, was averted through the unconventional wisdom of the Sky Child. Luffy, with his straw hat perched proudly on his head, became a symbol of unity and peace among the Sky Islands. As news of Luffy's diplomatic triumph spread, other Sky Islands took notice. The tales of the Sky Guardian reached even the secluded White Sea, where the Whitebeard pirate sailed among islands of pure white clouds. Luffy's reputation as a mediator and Sky Combat expert transcended the boundaries of individual islands. The Sky Islanders, inspired by his example, began to reevaluate their own conflicts, seeking resolutions through dialogue and understanding, rather than through the clash of clouds. Luffy, with his heart full of the bonds forged in the sky, prepared to continue his journey through the vast blue sea. Little did he know that the lessons learned among the clouds would shape his destiny and influence the world he was yet to explore. The Straw Hat Pirate, raised by the Sky Islanders, set his sights on the next horizon, carrying with him the spirit of unity and the legacy of Sky Combat. The floating islands of Skypiea gradually faded from view as Luffy descended through the sea of clouds, his waver slicing through the air. The familiar warmth of the blue sea greeted him, and the vastness of the ocean stretched out endlessly beneath. The vibrant hues of the waves, contrasting with the serene whites of the clouds above, held a promise of unknown adventures awaiting the Straw Hat Pirate. As Luffy sailed closer to the surface, the rhythmic sound of lapping waves accompanied him. The sea breeze played with his straw hat, a constant companion that had witnessed the skies and the clouds, and now, it fluttered in the wind above the blue sea. The waver gently touched down on the deck of a small, unassuming ship sailing the Grand Line. A diverse crew, a mix of humans and fishmen, manned the vessel. Luffy's arrival caught their attention, and they eyed the straw-hatted newcomer with a combination of curiosity and caution. The captain, a weathered fishman with a trident tattoo on his face, approached Luffy. "You're not from around here, are ya?" he asked, his voice gruff yet friendly. Luffy grinned, a familiar spark of excitement in his eyes. "Nope. I'm Luffy, from Skypiea. I've been up in the clouds, but now I want to see what's down here." The crew exchanged intrigued glances. Skypiea was a name they had heard in stories, a mythical place among the clouds. The prospect of having a Sky Islander on board added an air of unpredictability to their journey. The captain extended a hand. "I'm Jinbei, captain of the Sunlit Voyager. Welcome aboard, Luffy. We're always up for new adventures." As Luffy joined the crew, the Sunlit Voyager set sail, leaving the floating islands of Skypiea behind. The crew, initially cautious, found themselves drawn to Luffy's infectious energy. His tales of Sky Islands, sky combat, and the unique cultures above the clouds fascinated them, and they shared their own stories of the Grand Line in return. Days turned into weeks as the Sunlit Voyager navigated the unpredictable currents of the Grand Line. Luffy, once again in the midst of a diverse crew, forged new bonds with his shipmates. He sparred with the fishmen, learned about navigation from the skilled helmsman, and shared meals with the crew under the vast expanse of the starlit sky. One evening, as Luffy gazed at the endless sea from the crow's nest, Jinbei joined him. The captain's gaze was contemplative, and he spoke with a wisdom that came from years of sailing the treacherous waters of the Grand Line. "The Grand Line is a world of wonders and dangers, Luffy," Jinbei began. "Each island has its own mysteries and challenges. The blue sea is not like the skies above, it's a vast and unpredictable expanse. Are you ready for what lies ahead?" Luffy, with a determined expression, nodded. "Yeah. I want to see it all, the islands, the creatures, and the people. I want to find the One Piece and become the Pirate King." Jinbei smiled, acknowledging the boundless spirit of the young Sky Islander. "Your journey won't be easy, but with the right crew and determination, you can conquer anything. The blue sea holds many secrets, and you might find connections between the islands and the Sky Islands you know." As the Sunlit Voyager sailed deeper into the Grand Line, the crew faced challenges unique to the blue sea. Sea kings, unpredictable weather, and mysterious islands with hidden dangers tested their mettle. Luffy, with his sky combat skills and heightened mantra abilities, adapted quickly to the ever-changing conditions. The crew encountered a vast sea of fog, known as the Phantom Mist, shrouding an island with a mysterious reputation. Legend spoke of a hidden city that appeared only to those deemed worthy. The Sunlit Voyager, guided by Luffy's intuition and the crew's determination, navigated through the mist. As the fog dissipated, a magnificent city emerged, suspended above the water by colossal chains. The crew marveled at the sight, and Luffy's eyes widened with excitement. The architecture, reminiscent of Skypiea, hinted at a connection between the floating islands and the enigmatic city in the blue sea. The city, known as Mirage Haven, was a haven for scholars and historians. They studied the ancient poneglyphs, inscriptions that held the key to the Void Century. Luffy, intrigued by the connection between the Sky Islands and the poneglyphs, eagerly explored the city's archives. In Mirage Haven, Luffy learned about the ancient alliance between the Sky Islanders and the inhabitants of the Blue Sea. The poneglyph spoke of a time when the seas were united and the Sky Islands were not isolated realms above the clouds. The Void Century, a period shrouded in mystery, held clues to a shared history between the two worlds. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Luffy's resolve deepened. He realized that his journey held significance beyond personal ambition. The connection between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea ran deeper than he could have imagined, and the mysteries of the Void Century were intertwined with the fate of both realms. The crew of the Sunlit Voyager, inspired by Luffy's quest and the revelations in Mirage Haven, rallied behind their young Sky Islander. Together, they set a course for the next destination in the Grand Line, a path that would lead them to islands of wonder, challenges, and encounters that would shape the course of their journey. As Luffy continued to explore the Blue Sea, his connection with the crew deepened. The Sunlit Voyager became a floating home, a vessel of dreams sailing towards the unknown. With a straw hat perched proudly on his head, Luffy embraced the call of the Blue Sea, eager to uncover the secrets that awaited him beneath the waves. The adventures of the Sky Child, raised by the Sky Islanders, were just beginning in the vast and unpredictable world of the Grand Line. The Sunlit Voyager sailed through the Grand Line, its crew, now including the Sky Guardian Luffy, embraced the challenges and wonders of the Blue Sea. The adventures unfolded as they navigated the unpredictable currents, encountered strange islands, and faced formidable foes beneath the vast cerulean sky. The first island they encountered was Coral Haven, a vibrant paradise surrounded by crystal clear waters and teeming with marine life. The crew, enchanted by the underwater beauty, explored the coral reefs and encountered a peaceful society of merfolk living in harmony with the sea creatures. Luffy, with his ability to breathe in the sky, discovered that the merfolk society mirrored the Sky Islands in many ways. The underwater city, suspended on massive coral structures, felt like a reflection of the floating islands above the clouds. The merfolk shared tales of their connection with the ancient Sky Islanders, a bond forged in a time when the sea and the sky were not separated by vast expanses. As the sunlit Voyager sailed deeper into the Grand Line, they encountered the island of Geyser Mountain, a land dominated by towering geysers that shot water high into the air. The crew faced the challenge of navigating through the unpredictable eruptions, a test of their seamanship and timing. Luffy, drawing on his experiences in Skypiea, showcased his prowess in aerial acrobatics. He leaped between geysers with the agility of a skybound warrior, his straw hat remaining firmly in place. The crew, inspired by his daring feats, followed suit, turning the seemingly perilous journey into an exhilarating adventure. The next island, Ember Isle, presented a stark contrast. A land of active volcanoes and molten rivers, it tested the crew's resilience against the scorching heat. The island, however, held a rare mineral known as Skyfire Stone, a material with the ability to amplify the power of dials. Luffy, familiar with the use of dials from his time in Skypiea, recognized the potential of Skyfire Stone. The crew, guided by Luffy's insight, gathered the precious mineral, forging new and enhanced gadgets for the sunlit Voyager. The ship's sails, infused with the power of Skyfire Stone, allowed it to harness the winds more efficiently, boosting its speed through the Grand Line. As they sailed through the blue sea, the crew encountered other pirate crews, marine patrols, and mysterious beings that lurked beneath the waves. Battles were fought, alliances formed, and treasures discovered. Luffy's sky combat skills, honed in the skies above, proved invaluable as the sunlit Voyager navigated the challenges of the Grand Line. During a confrontation with a rogue pirate crew, Luffy's mantra abilities played a crucial role. He sensed the enemy's movements before they could strike, enabling the sunlit Voyager's crew to outmaneuver and outsmart their adversaries. The encounter, though tense, ended with a display of Luffy's diplomacy as he convinced the defeated pirates to join their cause rather than face retribution. One day, as the sunlit Voyager sailed through the calm waters, a distant island caught their attention. The crew, ever curious, set a course toward the landmass, unaware of the mysteries that awaited them. The island, known as Celestial Haven, was said to be a place where the boundaries between the blue sea and the sky blurred. Legends spoke of ethereal beings residing in the floating city atop the island, guardians of ancient secrets and keepers of mystical knowledge. As the sunlit Voyager approached Celestial Haven, a sudden tempest engulfed the ship. Thunder roared, and lightning danced across the turbulent clouds. The crew struggled to maintain control as the ship was tossed by the powerful winds. In the midst of the storm, a colossal figure appeared in the clouds above Celestial Haven. A giant winged serpent with scales that glowed like stardust descended, its eyes radiating an otherworldly glow. The crew, awestruck by the celestial presence, recognized it as a sky serpent, a guardian of the skies. Luffy, undeterred by the storm, gazed up at the sky serpent with a sense of familiarity. The creature, in turn, fixed its gaze upon the sky guardian. The crew, witnessing the silent exchange, felt the air thick with an unspoken connection between the sky child and the celestial being. The storm subsided as quickly as it had appeared, leaving the sunlit Voyager unscathed. Celestial Haven's floating city beckoned from the horizon, and the crew, fueled by curiosity and the promise of ancient knowledge, set foot on the mysterious island. The celestial beings of Celestial Haven, known as Celestials, greeted the visitors with a blend of curiosity and wisdom. Luffy, with his Sky Island upbringing, found a resonance with the ethereal beings. They spoke of a time when the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea were united, a harmony disrupted by the events of the Void Century. Luffy, with a sense of purpose, shared the tales of Skypiea, the Thundercloud Temple, and the connection between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. The Celestials, ancient beings who had observed the passage of time, listened with solemn interest. In return, the Celestials revealed glimpses of the Void Century, weaving a narrative that intertwined the fates of the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. They spoke of an ancient alliance that was shattered by a cataclysmic event, leading to the separation of the realms. The Void Century, a period obscured by the passage of time, held the key to understanding the origins of the Sky Islands and the mysteries of the Blue Sea. Luffy, fueled by a newfound sense of purpose, expressed his desire to bridge the gap between the two worlds. The Celestials, recognizing the sincerity in his words, bestowed upon him a sacred artifact, the Celestial Compass. This mystical device, said to point the way to forgotten realms, held the potential to unravel the secrets of the Void Century. As the sunlit Voyager set sail once more, guided by the celestial compass, the crew felt a sense of destiny unfolding. Luffy, with a straw hat firmly on his head, embraced the call of the blue sea and the skies above. The adventures that awaited them were boundless, and the connection between the Sky Islands and the ancient mysteries of the Void Century would shape the course of their journey through the vast and enigmatic Grand Line. As the sunlit Voyager sailed through the Grand Line, guided by the mystical celestial compass, the crew found themselves approaching an island shrouded in thick clouds. The atmosphere was charged with tension as ominous shadows danced across the skies, hinting at the mysteries concealed within the floating fortress. This enigmatic island, known as Nimbus Citadel, was a fortress suspended high above the blue sea. Its towering spires disappeared into the clouds, and tales spoke of a powerful organization that operated in the shadows. The celestial compass, pulsating with an otherworldly glow, pointed towards Nimbus Citadel, signaling that the answers they sought might lie within its veiled corridors. As the sunlit Voyager anchored near the island, Luffy and the crew observed the ominous structure with a mix of curiosity and wariness. Jinbei, ever the vigilant captain, gathered the crew for a strategy meeting on board. Nimbus Citadel is said to be a stronghold of considerable influence, Jinbei explained, his brow furrowed in contemplation. We must proceed with caution and be prepared for the challenges that lie ahead. The celestial compass brought us here for a reason, and we must uncover the secrets this island holds. The crew, with Luffy at the forefront, donned determined expressions. They understood that Nimbus Citadel held answers crucial to the mysteries of the Void Century and the connection between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. With their ship anchored, the crew sailed towards the island on smaller vessels, approaching the towering fortress that loomed in the sky. The entrance to Nimbus Citadel was guarded by formidable gates adorned with celestial symbols. A group of imposing figures, clad in enigmatic armor, stood watch. As the sunlit Voyager crew approached, they were met with stern gazes that seemed to pierce through the veils of secrecy. Luffy, undeterred by the intimidating presence, stepped forward. We're here to uncover the mysteries of the Void Century and the connection between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. The celestial compass guided us to Nimbus Citadel. The guards exchanged glances, acknowledging the significance of the celestial compass. After a tense moment, the gates creaked open, allowing the crew to enter the floating fortress. The inner sanctum of Nimbus Citadel revealed a city in the clouds, where towering structures reached towards the heavens. As the crew explored the city, they found themselves in the midst of bustling activity. Merchants peddled mysterious artifacts, scholars engaged in heated debates about ancient lore, and enigmatic figures observed from the shadows. It became apparent that Nimbus Citadel was not only a fortress, but also a hub of knowledge and commerce. Luffy, guided by the celestial compass, led the crew towards the central spire, where the island's rulers were said to reside. The path was fraught with challenges, intricate puzzles, concealed traps, and shadowy figures that tested their resolve. Yet, Luffy's sky combat skills and the camaraderie of the sunlit Voyager crew proved invaluable as they navigated the labyrinthine corridors. As they reached the upper levels of Nimbus Citadel, the air grew thick with an air of authority. The celestial compass pulsed with an intensity that signaled their proximity to the heart of the island's power. They stood before the grand entrance of the Celestial Council's chamber, the rulers of Nimbus Citadel. The Celestial Council, adorned in regal attire, greeted the visitors with a blend of curiosity and skepticism. Luffy, undeterred by the intimidating aura of authority, explained their quest to uncover the secrets of the Void Century and bridge the gap between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. The council members, their expressions unreadable, exchanged glances. After a moment of deliberation, the eldest among them, a figure draped in robes of celestial blue, spoke. The celestial compass has guided you here for a reason. If you seek knowledge, you must prove your worth. The crew, with Luffy at the forefront, faced a series of trials set by the Celestial Council. The challenges ranged from tests of combat prowess to puzzles that required a keen intellect. As they overcame each trial, the celestial compass glowed brighter, affirming their progress. In the final trial, Luffy found himself in a one-on-one sky combat duel against a formidable opponent chosen by the Celestial Council. The arena, suspended in the clouds with a panoramic view of Nimbus Citadel, became the stage for a clash that would determine the crew's fate. Luffy, with his straw hat perched firmly on his head, faced the opponent with unwavering determination. The opponent, a skilled warrior clad in celestial armor, wielded a unique weapon infused with the power of the clouds. The sky combat duel unfolded with breathtaking speed and precision. Luffy's mantra abilities, honed in the Thundercloud Temple and tested in the battles of the Grand Line, allowed him to anticipate the opponent's every move. The celestial warrior, in turn, showcased mastery over cloud-based techniques, creating illusions and harnessing the winds in a dazzling display of skill. As the battle reached its climax, Luffy, with a burst of sky combat agility, landed a decisive blow. The opponent, recognizing the Sky Guardian's strength, acknowledged defeat. The Celestial Council, observing the duel with keen interest, nodded in approval. The Celestial Compass led you to us, Sky Guardian Luffy, the eldest council member declared. You have proven your worth and earned the right to uncover the truths hidden within Nimbus Citadel. The council, with a solemn yet gracious air, shared the knowledge that had been safeguarded for centuries. They spoke of the ancient alliance between the Sky Islanders and the inhabitants of the Blue Sea during the Void Century, a time when the realms were united by a bond forged in the crucible of history. However, the harmony was shattered by a catastrophic event known as the Skyfall Calamity. The Celestial Council explained that a colossal sky island, home to powerful entities known as Celestial Titans, fell from the sky, bringing devastation and chaos. In the aftermath, the Celestial Titans withdrew to Nimbus Citadel, and the Sky Islanders retreated to the clouds, leading to the separation of the realms. Luffy, absorbing the weight of this revelation, felt a surge of determination. We need to find a way to mend the bond between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. The Celestial Titans, if they hold the key, must be approached with peace and understanding. The Celestial Council, impressed by Luffy's resolve, offered guidance on how to reach the Celestial Realm where the Celestial Titans resided. They provided the Sunlit Voyager crew with a celestial skyship, a vessel that could traverse the boundary between the clouds and the sky beyond. As the Sunlit Voyager crew prepared to embark on this monumental journey, they were joined by a mysterious ally, a figure cloaked in celestial robes who had observed their trials. The ally, known as Astra, revealed themselves to be a celestial emissary tasked with overseeing the realm of Nimbus Citadel. Astra, recognizing the potential for change that Luffy and the crew represented, chose to accompany them on their quest. The celestial skyship, infused with the power of Nimbus Citadel, soared into the skies, leaving the floating fortress behind. The Celestial Titans, ancient beings with the ability to shape the destiny of the Sky Islands, awaited the Sunlit Voyager crew in the Celestial Realm. The journey through the boundary between the clouds and the sky beyond held challenges and revelations that would test the limits of Luffy's sky combat skills, the crew's resilience, and their ability to bridge the gap between the realms. As the celestial skyship ascended into the unknown, Luffy's straw hat fluttered in the wind, a symbol of the Sky Guardians' unwavering commitment to uncover the truths of the Void Century and forge a new destiny for the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. The adventures in the Celestial Realm promised to be the next chapter in the epic saga of the Sky Child, raised by the Sky Islanders. The celestial skyship sailed through the boundary between the clouds and the Celestial Realm, guided by the Celestial Compass. The crew of the Sunlit Voyager, led by the Sky Guardian Luffy and accompanied by the mysterious celestial emissary Astra, embarked on a journey into the unknown. The Celestial Realm, bathed in an ethereal glow, revealed a landscape of floating islands suspended amidst radiant clouds. Celestial Titans, colossal beings with wings that brushed against the sky, watched over the realm with an air of ancient wisdom. Nimbus Citadel, the floating fortress below, served as a gateway to the celestial expanse. As the Sunlit Voyager crew marveled at the celestial beauty, Astra explained the delicate balance that existed between the Celestial Titans and the inhabitants of Nimbus Citadel. The Celestial Titans, guardians of the skies, held the key to restoring the bond between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. The celestial compass pointed towards the central island, known as Celestia, where the Celestial Titans resided. The Sunlit Voyager crew, filled with a mix of anticipation and trepidation, set course for Celestia. The journey, however, would not be without challenges. The celestial skies, while breathtaking, harbored dangers unknown to the Blue Sea. Astra, with celestial grace, guided the celestial skyship through aerial currents and celestial storms. The crew, with Luffy at the helm, adapted quickly to the celestial challenges, showcasing their resilience and tenacity. As they approached Celestia, the Celestial Titans became aware of the intruders in their realm. Massive wings stirred the clouds as the celestial beings descended, their gazes fixated on the Sunlit Voyager crew. The celestial air resonated with a blend of power and curiosity. The eldest of the Celestial Titans, a figure known as Helios, spoke with a voice that echoed through the celestial realm. Sky Guardian Luffy, you have ventured where few mortals tread. State your purpose in Celestia. Luffy, standing proudly on the celestial skyship with a straw hat perched on his head, addressed the celestial beings. I'm here to mend the bond between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. The celestial compass guided us to Nimbus Citadel, and now we seek your guidance to restore the unity of the realms. Helios, with eyes that held the wisdom of ages, observed Luffy with a mix of scrutiny and intrigue. The bond that was shattered during the Skyfall calamity can only be mended through understanding and cooperation. Mortals and Celestial Titans must find common ground. The Celestial Titans, recognizing the sincerity in Luffy's words, agreed to a summit between the Sunlit Voyager crew and the celestial beings. The Celestial Council, held amidst the floating isles of Celestia, became a gathering of beings from realms divided by ancient history. Luffy, flanked by his crew and Astra, faced the Celestial Titans with respect and humility. The celestial beings, in turn, shared tales of the Void Century, a time when the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea were united by a celestial alliance. The Celestial Titans were once benevolent guides, aiding both realms in their pursuit of harmony. The harmony, however, was disrupted by the Skyfall calamity. A colossal sky island, home to the Celestial Titans, fell from the skies, bringing chaos and devastation. In the aftermath, the Celestial Titans withdrew to Celestia, and the Sky Islanders retreated to the clouds. The realms, once united, became separated by a chasm that spanned centuries. Luffy, absorbing the weight of this revelation, expressed his desire to bridge the gap and restore the lost connection. We can't change the past, but we can shape the future. The Celestial Titans and the Sky Islanders must find a way to coexist. The Blue Sea and the Sky Islands can thrive together once more. The Celestial Titans, moved by Luffy's conviction, agreed to a pact of cooperation. The Celestial Alliance would be rekindled, and emissaries would be sent to Nimbus Citadel to facilitate communication and understanding. The Sunlit Voyager crew, with the Celestial Compass now infused with celestial energies, became ambassadors between the realms. The journey back to Nimbus Citadel was filled with a sense of accomplishment and renewed hope. The Celestial Titans, hovering in the celestial skies, watched as the celestial skyship descended towards the floating fortress below. Upon their return, the crew was met with a mix of curiosity and trepidation from the inhabitants of Nimbus Citadel. Astra, as a celestial emissary, stepped forward to announce the newfound alliance between the Celestial Titans and the Sky Islanders. The Celestial Council, though initially cautious, recognized the potential for change and cooperation. The emissaries of the Celestial Titans, began the delicate process of rebuilding the bridge between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. The floating fortress of Nimbus Citadel became a symbol of unity, where the celestial and mortal realms converged. As the Sunlit Voyager crew prepared to depart from Nimbus Citadel, the celestial compass pulsed with a gentle glow. Luffy, with a straw hat perched proudly on his head, gazed at the vast expanse of the celestial realm and the floating islands below. We've forged a new path, one that unites the realms instead of keeping them apart. The Blue Sea and the Sky Islands will thrive together, Luffy declared. Jinbei, standing by Luffy's side, nodded in agreement. Our journey is far from over, but we've sown the seeds of change. The Celestial Alliance will be the foundation for a new era. The Sunlit Voyager set sail once more, leaving Nimbus Citadel and the Celestial Realm behind. The Celestial Compass, now a beacon of unity, pointed towards unexplored horizons in the Grand Line. The crew, with Luffy at the helm, embraced the call of the Blue Sea and the skies above. As they sailed through the celestial skies, the crew encountered islands with vibrant cultures, mysterious creatures, and challenges that tested their newfound alliance. The celestial emissaries, guided by Astra, facilitated communication between the realms, fostering understanding and cooperation. News of the Celestial Alliance spread across the Grand Line, reaching even the farthest corners of the White Sea where the Whitebeard pirate sailed. The tale of Luffy, the Sky Guardian, and the Celestial Connection captured the imaginations of pirates, marines, and scholars alike. The Sunlit Voyager crew, fueled by the spirit of unity, continued their journey through the Grand Line. The adventures that awaited them were boundless, and the bond forged between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea would shape the destiny of the realms for generations to come. Luffy, with his straw hat perched proudly on his head, looked towards the horizon. The Sky Child raised by the Sky Islanders had become a beacon of change, bridging the gap between realms and paving the way for a future where the skies and the seas would thrive together in harmony. The Celestial Alliance, born from the trials and triumphs of the Sunlit Voyager crew, marked the beginning of a new era in the epic saga of the Sky Guardian and the boundless wonders of the Grand Line. The Sunlit Voyager sailed through the Grand Line, its crew now united with the Celestial Titans, ventured into uncharted territories where the celestial and mortal realms intertwined. As they navigated the vast expanse of the White Sea, the celestial compass pointed towards an island steeped in mystery, Jaya, a land where the echoes of the past lingered. Jinbei, standing at the ship's helm, guided the Sunlit Voyager with seasoned expertise. The crew, including Luffy and Astra, gathered on the deck as the island of Jaya came into view. The island, once known for its infamous knock-up stream, had a troubled history. It was a place where the Blue Sea and the Sky Islands had collided in a cataclysmic event. The crew anchored near the ruins of Upper Yard, the ancient Skypiean settlement that had descended to Jaya during the knock-up stream. The remnants of the city, now covered in vegetation and embraced by the forest, held the key to a connection that spanned centuries. Luffy, with a sense of anticipation, explored the overgrown ruins. Astra, the celestial emissary, observed the surroundings with a keen interest. The celestial compass pulsated, signaling that the answers they sought lay hidden within the echoes of the past. As they delved deeper into the heart of Upper Yard, Luffy felt a strange resonance with the ancient stones and structures. Memories from Skypiea and the celestial realm flooded his mind. It was as if the very essence of the Sky Islands lingered in the air, connecting the floating isles above with the remnants of Upper Yard below. Astra, sensing the heightened energy, explained, the collision of Upper Yard with Jaya during the knock-up stream left an imprint, a link between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. The celestial energies intertwined with the history of Skypiea, creating a bridge that transcends the realms. The celestial compass guided the crew to a chamber deep within the ruins. As they entered, ancient murals adorned the walls, depicting the alliance between the Sky Islanders and the inhabitants of the Blue Sea during the Void Century. The murals revealed the Shandian connection, a tale of friendship and collaboration that echoed through the ages. Centuries ago, the Skypieans and the Shandians, a tribe that had lived on Jaya, formed a bond during a time when the realms were united. The celestial energies of Upper Yard and the ancient alliance between the Sky Islanders and the Shandians shaped the destiny of the isles above and the land below. The crew, captivated by the tales depicted on the ancient murals, felt the weight of the connection that spanned generations. Luffy, in particular, sensed a kinship with the Shandians, remembering his encounters with them in Skypiea and the trials they faced together. Astra, with celestial insight, explained, the Shandian connection is a thread that binds the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. The descendants of the Shandians, who once lived on Jaya, continue to hold the key to understanding the shared history between the realms. A celestial compass, resonating with the celestial energies of Upper Yard, led the crew to the outskirts of the forest where the remnants of the Shandian tribe had settled. The Shandians, descendants of those who had witnessed the knock-up stream, lived harmoniously with the forest and revered the celestial connection that defined their existence. Luffy, with a straw hat casting a shadow on his determined face, approached the Shandian settlement. The villagers, though initially wary, recognized the celestial emissary and the Sky Guardian as symbols of the celestial alliance. We've come to learn about the Shandian connection and the shared history between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea, Luffy declared, extending an olive branch of friendship. The Shandians, elders with weathered faces and youths with curious eyes, welcomed the visitors. Through exchanges of stories and traditions, a deeper understanding unfolded. The Shandians spoke of their ancestors who had lived on Jaya, recounting tales of the celestial energies that had shaped their culture. Luffy, with a sense of camaraderie, shared his experiences in Skypiea and the celestial realm. The Shandians, recognizing the connection between their past and the Sky Guardian's journey, revealed a prophecy that had been passed down through generations. The Sky Guardian, bearer of the Straw Hat, shall bridge the realms and lead the way to a future where the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea stand united once more, recited the Shandian elder, his voice carrying the weight of ancient wisdom. The prophecy spoke of a figure destined to bring about a new era, a time when the realms that had been separated for centuries would find harmony. Luffy, with a mix of humility and determination, embraced the role that destiny had laid before him. Astra, observing the unfolding events, recognized the significance of the Shandian connection. The celestial energies of Upper Yard and the bond between the Sky Islanders and the Shandians hold the key to unlocking the mysteries of the Void Century. The celestial compass points towards a path that transcends time and space. As the crew immersed themselves in the Shandian culture, forging bonds with the descendants of those who had witnessed the knock-up stream, a sense of unity permeated the air. The Shandians, inspired by the Celestial Alliance, expressed their willingness to join the Sunlit Voyager crew on their journey. Inbai, with a smile that mirrored the sentiments of the crew, welcomed the Shandians aboard. The Sunlit Voyager, now a vessel of diverse cultures and shared destinies, set sail once more. The celestial compass guided them towards the next destination in the Grand Line, where new challenges and revelations awaited. As the ship sailed through the white sea, Luffy, with a straw hat casting a shadow on his determined face, looked towards the horizon. The Shandian connection had become a chapter in the saga of the Sky Guardian and the Celestial Alliance, forging a path towards a future where the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea would thrive in harmony. The adventures that awaited them were boundless, and the celestial compass, infused with the energies of Upper Yard and the Shandian connection, pointed towards unexplored horizons. The crew, united by the Celestial Alliance, embraced the call of the Blue Sea and the skies above, ready to uncover the truths that lay hidden in the vast and enigmatic Grand Line. The sunlit Voyager sailed through the Grand Line, its celestial compass pointing towards an island known for its revolutionary spirit, Baltigo. As the crew approached the island, they sensed an air of anticipation, a feeling that their journey would intersect with the currents of change. Baltigo, a sky island adorned with floating archipelagos and rebellious ideals, had long been a haven for those who sought to challenge the established order. The celestial compass, pulsating with celestial energy, led the sunlit Voyager to the heart of the revolutionary stronghold. Luffy, standing at the ship's helm with the straw hat casting a shadow on his determined face, observed Baltigo with a mix of curiosity and excitement. Astra, the celestial emissary, recognized the island's significance in the grand tapestry of the Grand Line. The crew, including the Shandians who had joined their ranks, disembarked on the floating archipelagos of Baltigo. The revolutionary spirit that permeated the air resonated with Luffy's sense of adventure and his desire to challenge the status quo. As they explored the bustling streets adorned with revolutionary banners, the crew encountered individuals who had dedicated their lives to fighting against tyranny and oppression. Among them was a charismatic revolutionary leader named Ivankov, known for their fierce commitment to freedom and equality. Ivankov, with flamboyance that rivaled the Celestial Titans, greeted the sunlit Voyager crew with open arms. "Welcome, comrades. Baltigo is a haven for those who dream of a world where the skies and the seas unite in harmony. Your presence here, guided by the celestial compass, speaks volumes." Luffy, drawn to the revolutionary spirit, expressed his eagerness to learn about the ideals that fueled Baltigo's resistance. Ivankov, with a twinkle in their eye, led the crew to the heart of the revolutionary stronghold, where discussions about the Celestial Alliance and the mysteries of the Void Century unfolded. The celestial compass, resonating with the energies of Baltigo, pulsed with intensity. Astra, with celestial insight, explained, Baltigo has long been a beacon of resistance against the celestial order. The revolutionary ideals here echo the very essence of the celestial titans, a desire for unity and freedom. Ivankov, recognizing the celestial connection that bound the Sunlit Voyager crew, revealed tales of Baltigo's history. The island had served as a refuge for those who sought to challenge the oppressive forces of the world government and celestial dragons. The celestial compass, drawn to the revolutionary energy, had guided the crew to a place where the pursuit of freedom reached celestial heights. Luffy, inspired by the tales of rebellion and camaraderie, declared, "We've seen the bond between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea, and we've witnessed the connection between the Shandians and the Sky Islanders. Now, we stand on Baltigo, where the revolutionary spirit burns bright. I want to join the fight for a world where everyone can be free." The crew, with a mix of Shandians, Sky Islanders, and now revolutionaries, immersed themselves in Baltigo's revolutionary culture. The floating archipelagos became a training ground where the crew honed their skills under the guidance of the seasoned revolutionaries. The Shandians, with their sky combat abilities, found kindred spirits among the revolutionaries who embraced the art of unconventional warfare. The exchange of knowledge and techniques created a fusion of Sky Island prowess and revolutionary tactics, forging a formidable force that transcended traditional boundaries. News of the Sunlit Voyager crew's arrival on Baltigo spread throughout the revolutionary ranks. Individuals from various islands joined the cause, drawn by the Celestial Alliance that the crew embodied. The straw hat, now a symbol of unity and freedom, became an emblem worn proudly by those who stood against tyranny. Ivankov, recognizing the potential for change that the celestial compass represented, revealed a revolutionary prophecy. The Celestial Guardian, bearer of the straw hat, shall lead a revolution that transcends the skies and the seas. The time for change is upon us, and Baltigo shall be the spark that ignites the flames of freedom. The crew, now embraced by the revolutionary spirit, set forth on missions to liberate oppressed islands and challenge the world government's unjust rule. The celestial compass, infused with the energies of Baltigo, guided them towards islands where the revolutionary fervor burned brightest. One such mission led the crew to a sky island oppressed by a corrupt celestial regime. The Shandians, fueled by their desire for justice, joined forces with the revolutionary allies to liberate the island from the grips of tyranny. The battles that ensued showcased the fusion of sky combat and revolutionary tactics, creating a spectacle that resonated through the skies and the seas. As the crew liberated islands and inspired a growing movement, news of their exploits reached the highest echelons of the world government. The revolutionary sky, as the Celestial Alliance and the revolutionary force became known, posed a threat to the established order. The celestial dragons, furious at the defiance, sought to quell the uprising and maintain their grip on power. The Sunlit Voyager crew, with Luffy at the helm and the straw hat symbolizing their alliance, became a symbol of hope for those who dared to challenge the celestial tyranny. The celestial compass, now pulsating with revolutionary energy, pointed towards unexplored horizons where the battles for freedom would unfold. The crew, united by the Celestial Alliance and the revolutionary spirit, sailed through the Grand Line with Baltigo as their base of operations. The White Sea, once a realm of celestial mystery, now echoed with the calls for liberty and justice. As they sailed towards the next revolutionary mission, Luffy, with the straw hat casting a shadow on his determined face, looked towards the horizon. The revolutionary sky had become a force to be reckoned with, a celestial alliance that transcended the skies and the seas. The adventures that awaited them were boundless, and the crew, fueled by the revolutionary spirit, embraced the call of the blue sea and the skies above. The Celestial Guardians, now leading the charge for change, embarked on a journey that would shape the destiny of the Grand Line and challenge the very foundations of the celestial order. The prophecy of Baltigo, echoing through the winds of revolution, marked the beginning of a new era in the epic saga of the Sunlit Voyager and the boundless wonders of the Grand Line. The Sunlit Voyager, sailing as the flagship of the revolutionary sky, continued its journey through the Grand Line. The celestial compass, now pulsating with both celestial and revolutionary energies, guided the crew towards an island shrouded in myths and legends, Skypiea, the home of the Upper Yard and the remnants of the Shandian connection. As the crew approached Skypiea, Luffy and his comrades felt a sense of nostalgia mixed with anticipation. The celestial compass, attuned to the celestial energies of the island, pointed towards the sacred altar atop the Milky Road. It was there that a poneglyph in the sky, hidden for centuries, held the key to unlocking the mysteries of the Void Century. Skypiea, now a symbol of the Celestial Alliance and revolutionary ideals, welcomed the Sunlit Voyager with open skies. The Shandians, familiar with the island's celestial history, guided the crew towards the altar, where the celestial compass indicated the presence of the elusive poneglyph. Luffy, with a straw hat perched proudly on his head, led the crew through the lush forests and floating islands of Skypiea. The celestial emissary Astra, attuned to the celestial energies, sensed the ancient power that permeated the island. The Shandians, proud of their celestial heritage, shared stories of Skypiea's past and its connection to the Void Century. Upon reaching the sacred altar, the crew beheld a celestial spectacle, a poneglyph suspended in the air, adorned with celestial symbols and inscriptions. The Shandians, recognizing the significance of the celestial poneglyph, bowed in reverence. The straw hat, now a symbol of the revolutionary spirit and celestial alliance, cast a shadow on the ancient stone. Astra, with celestial insight, explained, "This celestial poneglyph holds the records of the Void Century, a time when the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea were united. It is a bridge between the realms, a testament to the shared history that has been obscured by the passage of time." Luffy, fueled by curiosity and a desire for knowledge, approached the celestial poneglyph. The inscriptions, written in a celestial script, spoke of the Celestial Alliance, the Celestial Titans, and the events that led to the separation of the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. The crew, with a mix of Sky Islanders, Shandians, and revolutionaries, listened attentively as the ancient tale unfolded. The poneglyph revealed that during the Void Century, a celestial alliance flourished, guided by benevolent celestial titans, who aided both the Sky Islanders and the inhabitants of the Blue Sea. The bond between the realms reached its zenith, and a celestial bridge connected the skies and the seas in a harmonious symphony. The harmony, however, was shattered by a catastrophic event known as the Skyfall Calamity. A colossal sky island, home to the celestial titans, fell from the skies, bringing chaos and devastation. In the aftermath, the celestial titans withdrew to Celestia, and the Sky Islanders retreated to the clouds, leading to the separation of the realms. The poneglyph spoke of a prophecy that foretold the coming of a figure known as the Celestial Guardian, bearer of the Straw Hat, who would bridge the realms and lead a revolution that transcended time and space. The celestial energies, once in harmony, would be realigned, and a new era would dawn for the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea. Luffy, absorbing the weight of the revelation, felt a surge of determination. The Celestial Guardian, that's me. We've seen the bond between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea, the Shandian connection, and the revolutionary spirit. Now, we have the knowledge of the Void Century. It's time to shape the destiny that was foretold. The crew, with a renewed sense of purpose, recognized the magnitude of the celestial revelation. The Shandians, Sky Islanders, and revolutionaries stood together as a testament to the celestial alliance that transcended centuries. The celestial compass, pulsating with the power of the celestial poneglyph, guided them towards the next destination in the Grand Line. As the sunlit Voyager set sail from Skypiea, the Celestial Guardians prepared for the challenges that lay ahead. The revelations of the poneglyph fueled their resolve to unite the realms and challenge the celestial order. The Straw Hat, now a symbol etched in celestial history, became a beacon of hope for those who believed in the dream of a united world. The Grand Line, vast and enigmatic, awaited the revolutionary sky as they sailed towards unexplored horizons. The Celestial Guardians, with Luffy at the helm and the Straw Hat casting a shadow on his determined face, embraced the call of the Blue Sea and the skies above. The prophecy of the Celestial Guardian, the Celestial Alliance, and the revelations of the Void Century marked the beginning of a new chapter in the epic saga of the sunlit Voyager. The adventures that awaited them were boundless, and the crew, fueled by celestial knowledge and revolutionary spirit, set forth on a journey that would shape the destiny of the Grand Line and challenge the very foundations of the celestial order. The sunlit Voyager sailed through the Grand Line, its celestial compass pointing towards the enigmatic upper yard. The Shandians, familiar with the celestial realm, guided the crew through the clouds towards the floating island where the remnants of Skypiea's ancient civilization lay hidden. The Celestial Alliance and revolutionary spirit surged within the crew as they approached the heart of celestial mysteries. As the ship ascended through the clouds, the crew caught glimpses of the upper yard, a celestial city suspended amidst the sky, adorned with celestial architecture that spoke of a bygone era. The celestial compass pulsated with anticipation, sensing the celestial energies that permeated the island. The Straw Hat, now a symbol etched in celestial history, cast a shadow on the deck as Luffy prepared for the challenges that awaited. Upon reaching Upper Yard, the crew was met with an ethereal landscape, floating gardens, celestial waterfalls, and remnants of ancient structures. The air was charged with celestial energy, and the Shandians, with a mix of reverence and determination, led the way towards the celestial altar where the poneglyph in the sky resided. As the crew approached the altar, a celestial resonance echoed through the air. Astra, the celestial emissary, sensed a disturbance in the celestial energies. The Shandians, recognizing the signs, spoke of a guardian that protected the celestial altar, an ancient sky dragon, known as Celestial Guardian Leviathan. The sky dragon, with scales that shimmered like celestial crystals, descended from the celestial skies. Its presence, a testament to the ancient guardians that once watched over Skypiea, stirred a sense of awe and trepidation among the crew. Luffy, with a straw hat casting a shadow on his determined face, stepped forward. "We've come to learn the truth of the Void Century and fulfill the prophecy of the Celestial Guardian. We mean no harm, but we won't be stopped in our quest for unity and freedom." The Celestial Guardian Leviathan, with eyes that held the wisdom of ages, observed the crew. A celestial aura enveloped the dragon, and the celestial energies resonated with the celestial compass and the straw hat. The dragon, recognizing the celestial alliance within the crew, spoke with a voice that echoed through the celestial realm. "The celestial guardians have awakened, and the prophecy of the Void Century echoes once more. If you seek the truth, you must prove your worth in the battle of the upper yard. Only those deemed worthy by celestial trial shall uncover the celestial secrets that lie within." The crew, fueled by the Celestial Alliance and revolutionary spirit, accepted the challenge. The Shandians, with their sky combat skills, stood ready alongside the revolutionaries and Sky Islanders. The celestial compass, now infused with the power of the celestial poneglyph, guided them towards the celestial arena where the battle of the upper yard would unfold. The celestial arena, suspended amidst the sky, became the stage for a celestial trial that transcended the boundaries of the Blue Sea and the Sky Islands. Celestial energy crackled in the air as the crew faced celestial challenges and celestial creatures that guarded the celestial secrets hidden within the celestial realm. Luffy, with a straw hat now a celestial emblem on his head, showcased his mastery of sky combat. The Shandians, wielding their celestial weapons, demonstrated the fusion of Sky Island prowess and revolutionary tactics. The revolutionaries, with their commitment to freedom, fought alongside the celestial allies against the celestial trials. As the crew progressed through the celestial challenges, the celestial guardian Leviathan observed their celestial feats. The dragon, impressed by their celestial resilience and determination, acknowledged the crew's worthiness to uncover the celestial secrets of the upper yard. The final celestial trial led the crew to the celestial altar where the poneglyph in the sky awaited. The ancient stone, resonating with celestial knowledge, depicted the culmination of the Void Century, a celestial alliance that flourished, a catastrophic event that shattered the harmony, and a prophecy that foretold the coming of the celestial guardians. Luffy, with a mix of awe and understanding, traced the celestial inscriptions on the poneglyph. Astra, the celestial emissary, explained the significance of the celestial revelations. The Celestial Alliance, the Skyfall Calamity, and the prophecy these celestial truths hold the key to reshaping the destiny of the Grand Line. The celestial compass, now infused with the celestial knowledge of Upper Yard, will guide us towards the next steps in our journey. The crew, united by the Celestial Alliance and revolutionary spirit, absorbed the celestial revelations. The Shandians, with a sense of pride, recognized their role in the celestial tapestry that spanned centuries. The celestial guardian Leviathan, with celestial approval, acknowledged the crew as bearers of the celestial prophecy. As the crew descended from Upper Yard, the celestial guardian Leviathan soared into the celestial skies, leaving a trail of celestial light in its wake. The sunlit Voyager set sail once more, with the celestial compass pulsating with newfound celestial knowledge. The adventures that awaited them were boundless, and the crew, fueled by celestial revelations and revolutionary spirit, embraced the call of the blue sea and the skies above. The Grand Line, now a canvas of celestial history and untold secrets, beckoned the celestial guardians towards unexplored horizons. The straw hat, now a celestial emblem that symbolized unity and freedom, cast a shadow on the deck as Luffy, with a celestial glint in his eyes, looked towards the celestial horizon. The battle of the upper yard had tested their celestial mettle, and the crew emerged victorious, ready to face the next celestial challenges that awaited them. The prophecy of the celestial guardians, the revelations of the upper yard, and the celestial secrets of the Void Century marked a celestial chapter in the epic saga of the sunlit Voyager and the boundless wonders of the Grand Line. The sunlit Voyager sailed through the Grand Line, its celestial compass pulsating with the celestial knowledge acquired from the upper yard. The straw hat, now a symbol of unity, freedom, and celestial revelation, cast a shadow on the deck as Luffy stood at the helm. The crew, comprised of Sky Islanders, Shandians, revolutionaries, and celestial allies, embarked on the final leg of their journey, a quest that would take them beyond the celestial skies and into the unknown realms that awaited. As the ship sailed through the white sea, Astra, the celestial emissary, observed the celestial compass with a sense of wonder. The celestial knowledge we gained from Upper Yard has infused the compass with extraordinary energies. It now points towards a celestial destination beyond the known skies. The crew, united by the Celestial Alliance and revolutionary spirit, gathered on the deck. Luffy, with a straw hat perched proudly on his head, addressed his comrades. "We've seen the bond between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea, the Shandian connection, and the celestial revelations of the Upper Yard. Now, the celestial compass calls us towards a destination beyond the sky. Let's find out what lies there and shape the destiny of the Grand Line." The celestial compass, now infused with the celestial energies of Skypiea, the Shandian connection, and the upper yard, guided the sunlit voyager towards the celestial horizon. The crew sailed through celestial currents and ethereal clouds, ascending towards the limits of the white sea. As they approached the celestial boundary, a celestial phenomenon unfolded, a celestial vortex that bridged a gap between the celestial skies and the unknown realms beyond. The celestial compass, resonating with the energies of the vortex, pulsed with intensity, indicating that this was the path to the celestial destination. Luffy, fueled by celestial curiosity and the desire for adventure, embraced the challenge. Let's sail through the celestial vortex and discover what lies beyond the sky. Our journey has been a celestial tapestry of bonds, revelations, and trials. Now, we're ready for the celestial mysteries that await us. The sunlit voyager entered the celestial vortex, its celestial energies enveloping the ship in a celestial glow. The crew felt a celestial force guiding them through the celestial currents, transcending the boundaries of the white sea. The celestial vortex, a bridge between realms, carried the sunlit voyager into uncharted celestial territories. As the ship sailed beyond the celestial skies, the crew beheld a celestial spectacle: floating islands suspended amidst radiant clouds, celestial landscapes that defied imagination, and celestial creatures that soared through the celestial expanse. The celestial destination, known as the celestial nexus, revealed itself as a convergence of celestial energies from all corners of the Grand Line. Astra, with celestial insight, explained the significance of the celestial nexus. This celestial realm serves as a meeting point for celestial energies from the Sky Islands, the Blue Sea, and beyond. It is a celestial nexus that connects the celestial tapestry of the Grand Line, and its mysteries hold the key to the celestial harmony we seek. The sunlit voyager, now a vessel of celestial destiny, sailed through the celestial nexus. The celestial energies resonated with the crew, filling them with a sense of awe and celestial wonder. The celestial compass, still guiding their path, pulsed with celestial anticipation as it pointed towards a celestial structure at the heart of the nexus. The crew disembarked on a celestial island at the center of the celestial nexus, a celestial citadel bathed in radiant light. As they explored the celestial realm, they encountered celestial beings known as the keepers of the celestial nexus. These ethereal entities, ancient guardians of celestial knowledge, welcomed the celestial guardians with a celestial grace. The keepers, with celestial voices that echoed through the celestial citadel, revealed the purpose of the celestial nexus. This celestial realm serves as a bridge between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea, a convergence of celestial energies that maintain the celestial balance. The celestial nexus is a celestial hub where the destinies of realms intertwine. Luffy, with a celestial glint in his eyes, expressed his celestial determination. Our journey has been about forging bonds and discovering the truths that connect the celestial realms. Now, we're here to shape the celestial destiny of the Grand Line and unite the skies and the seas. The keepers acknowledged the crew's celestial journey and presented them with a celestial artifact known as the celestial beacon. This celestial beacon, infused with the energies of the celestial nexus, would serve as a guide for the celestial guardians in their quest to unite the celestial realms. As the sunlit voyager set sail once more, the celestial guardians, now equipped with the celestial beacon, sailed through the celestial nexus towards the celestial horizons that awaited them. The celestial compass, now a celestial companion to the beacon, pointed towards unexplored celestial territories in the Grand Line. The adventures that awaited them were boundless, and the crew, united by the celestial alliance and revolutionary spirit, embraced the call of the Blue Sea and the skies above. The straw hat, now a celestial emblem that symbolized unity and freedom, cast a celestial shadow on the deck as Luffy, with the celestial beacon in hand, looked towards the celestial horizon. The celestial nexus marked the culmination of the celestial saga that began with Luffy being raised by Sky Islanders. The bond between the Sky Islands and the Blue Sea, the Shandian connection, the revolutionary spirit, and the celestial revelations, had led the crew to this celestial moment, a journey beyond the sky and into the celestial unknown. The celestial guardians, with their celestial ship sailing through the celestial nexus, embarked on a celestial odyssey that would shape the destiny of the Grand Line and transcend the celestial boundaries that had separated realms for centuries. The celestial beacon, now shining with celestial brilliance, illuminated the path toward celestial horizons where celestial adventures awaited. And so, the sunlit voyager sailed through the celestial nexus, guided by the celestial compass and the celestial beacon, towards a future where the skies and the seas would thrive together in celestial harmony. The celestial tapestry of the Grand Line continued to unfold, revealing celestial wonders and celestial challenges that would define the epic saga of the celestial guardians and the boundless wonders of the celestial Grand Line. End of the here. So how was this story? I hope you like it. And if you like it, share this story with your friends and like the video too. And don't forget to subscribe our channel for daily awesome fanfiction. Okay, it's time for me to go. Bye bye.